Hello folks, a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whomever been watching a different time period. I literally welcome you all to this another video session. So in this we'll be having a discussion regarding BlackCat, Alpha and Noberus. What actually it is, everything we will be discussing in details. So before proceeding further, I just want to make sure that please do a subscription to this channel, like the channel, share the channel ASAP as soon as possible for getting the latest update regarding any cyber affairs. So this video is very interesting folks. I assume that you do not miss this video because this is the latest or you can say most ongoing demand of ransomware service model. We can even say BlackCat. Okay, so that's how actually it comes with the nomenclature and the word which basically highlights everywhere in the field of cybersecurity, either CISSA. Okay, that's also had implemented some robust technology to prevent this kind of attacks, and what actually this ransomware group model or ransomware gang does in the field of cybersecurity, how much they have eradicated, how much they have aviation, or we can say they have done lot of things. Okay, so those all things will be discussing in detail. So what actually the tactics they have been playing and what actually the models they have been using, description, and also will be having a clear understanding about the things. I hope you will definitely enjoy the session. So I make sure that please do a subscription to this channel. So introduction, when it comes with the introduction of what actually BlackCat is. So BlackCat, also known as what Alpha and Noberus, is a ransomware family written in Rust that made its first appearance in November 2021. By extension, it's also the name of threat actor that exploit it. Okay, so BlackCat operates as a ransomware as a service model. Okay, with developer offering the malware for use by affiliate and taking a percentage of ransomware payment. Okay, so for initial access, the ransomware relies essentially on stolen credential obtained through initial access brokers. Okay, so the group basically operates a public data leak sites to pressure victims to pay ransomware demand. Okay, the group has targeted hundreds of organizations worldwide, including Reddit in 2023. Since its first appearance, it is one of the most active ransomware, I can even say, or we can say it has been latest ongoing ransomware also, I can say. So again, I want to introduce again for your understanding that BlackCat, also known as Alpha and Numerous, is a ransomware family written in Rust. So that model, it's a first, okay, it made its first model of appearance in November 2021 by extension. Okay, so it's also the name of threat actor that exploits it. Okay, so BlackCat basically operates with the ransomware as a service model. Okay, with developer offering the malware for use by affiliate and taking a percentage of ransom payment. For initial access, the ransomware basically relies on essential of stolen credentials, or you can say the credential which has been taken from any other just by guessing, or we can say just by attempting and stealing the credential of any user or any targeted host. Okay, obtaining through initial access brokerage. Okay, how it is been obtaining through initial access brockets. Okay, so the group basically operates public data leak sites to pressure victims to pay a ransomware demand. Again, I want to repeat it. The group basically operates a public data leak sites. Okay, like ONSAT sites, okay, threat intel sites, or you can say those are public, okay, data leak sites, or we can say Facebook, Instagram. So when they are being publicly handled, okay, so pressurize the victims to pay a ransomware demand. Okay, the group has targeted hundreds of organizations worldwide, including Reddit in 2023. Since its first appearance, it is one of the most active ransomware also, we can say. Coming to the overview of what actually we are going to focus. So in this we'll be having a description. We have then after we will be having a history beginning of 2021, okay, and its variants, funding, for future researchers. Okay, or you can say the tactics and techniques they have been playing. Okay, coming to the description. So the group behind the BlackCat, okay, utilize most double extraction tactics. Okay, but okay, sometimes basically it includes triple extraction, which involves exploiting exfiltrated data, or and threatening it to launch distributed denial of service attack, DDoS attack on victims infrastructure. Again, I want to repeat it. The group behind the BlackCat, okay, it started utilizing the mostly double extraction tactics. Okay, but sometimes that basically includes double to triple, and started exfiltrating data. Again, here comes with the cyber kill chain strategy, folks. Okay, exfiltrating. Okay, data leak exfiltration. You have to understand what is exfiltration. If you want to have a clear understanding about what actually happens in the form of exfiltration, what actually the scenario happens when an actor started exploiting its its data, or we can say eradicating, or we can say it started uh, taking the things from the actor's machine. So that's comes under how actually the data has been exfiltrated with the exact machines they have been using or utilizing, or can say in a very in a very precise manner. If I starts saying, it starts demanding for what actually the need is. Okay, so that's how actually the exfiltrate of data becomes into play with the launch of DDoS attack or distributed denial of service attack on victims infrastructure. Okay, so BlackCat basically affiliates three tactor. Okay, typically request for ransom payments, okay, for several $1 million in Bitcoin and money, and have accepted the ransom payment below in initial ransomware demand account. Okay, according to the FBI, many of the developers and money launderers for BlackCat and Alpha are linked to dark side black master or black matter, indicating they have extensive network and experience in ransomware operations. Again, I want to repeat it. The BlackCat affiliate three tactor typically request ransomware payment or ransom payments for several $1 million in bitcoins. Just to have to understand Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Okay, in the form of crypto mining. Okay, and Monero, and they have accepted the ransom payment below the initial ransom demand accounts. Okay, accounting to the FBI, many of the developers and money launderers of BlackCat Alpha are linked to darkset and black matter, indicating they have extensive network and experience with ransom operations. Okay, the group is known for being the first ransomware to create a public data leak website. Again, I want to repeat it. This is the only one first attempted group who have started leaking the data in public form, or can say public data leak websites. Okay, the first ransomware to create a public data leak website on open internet. Okay, so from various cyber gangs which typically publish stolen data on the dark web. Okay, again, I want to repeat, previous Dabber gang typically published stolen data on dark web. BlackCat innovation was to post expert to, or we can say sample of victims data on a site which is basically been accessible to anyone in a web browser. Okay, it is accessible to anyone, but dark web is just like someone who is using a paid version. Okay, so security expect believes the tactics is indeed to demonstrate more creditable to their claims of breaching victims systems and increasing the pressure on organizations to pay ransomware to prevent full public exploitation of the data. Okay, so the group also mimic its victims website to post stolen data on typoscripted replicas on the web. Okay, again, I want to repeat this. The group also mimic its victims website to post stolen data and typoscript replica on the web. Okay, in the early campaign, Royal Ransom were used for a crypto tool called BlackCat. Okay, in the beginning, 20 we can say the variants. If we discuss about beginning of 2021 and 2022 says that the malware was first observed by researcher from malware hunter team in mid November 2021. Okay, it was first observed by the researcher in April 2022. The Federal Bureau of Investigation released an advisory that several developers and money launderers for BlackCat had linked to two different ransom as a service group, DarkSide and Black Matter. According to some experts, okay, the ransomware might be rebranding on DarkSide after their attack on the Cornell pipeline. It might also be a successor of Reveal cybercriminal group. Okay, throughout the 2022, BlackCat compromised and extracted numerous high-profile organizations globally. Okay, which basically includes universities, government agencies, and companies in the energy, technology, manufacturing, transport sector. Okay, and started reporting victims including like Monarchical Sis was North California A&T, Florida International University, and Australian state of Granville region public schools and city of Alexandria, the University of Pisa, Blandin Moco, Ciro, Alice, GSE, NJV, EPM, and Jack Specific. Okay, in September 2022, a report noted that the ransomware was using the emote botnet. In the later May 2022, the Europe government has attacked and asked US of 5 million in the ransom. Okay, so its variant effects of its SPHYNX variant 2023. The new variant at the beginning of early 2023, the Blackcat started attacks the EGRU Grupo Istria MME Next Gen Healthcare Solar Industrial India Industrial Federal DO Mostro Technology of University and Layer Valley of Health Work. Okay, these are the different baits who has been into the ransomware or BlackCat Alpha. Okay, so in February 2023, a variant called Spenix was released with updated to increase speed and in May 2020. This group is estimated to have targeted over 350 victims globally since its emergence. So in June 2023, the group claimed responsibility for February 2023 breach of Redis systems on the data leak sites. They claimed that they stolen 80 GB of compressed data and demanded a 4.5 million ransom for Reddit. Okay, so this attack did not involve data encryption like typical ransomware campaign. Okay, so tactics and techniques, what actually it is. So the gang uses emote botnet malware as a entry point. Again, I want to repeat, the gang basically uses emotet botnet malware, okay, as a entry point. It also uses log4j auto exploit and propagate the ransomware laterally within the network. The threat actor associated with the BlackCat was observed using hijacked web pages of legitimate organization to redirect users to page hosting malware. The cause Wins SCP installer distributed to a backdoor containing a Cobalt Strike beacon for follow-on intrusive activities. The AC supported by Combat Strike was used to conduct reconnaissance, okay, lateral movements, data exfiltration, and tampering the security software. Okay, the threat actor gained domain admin privileges and began setting up backdoor before the attack was discovered. This is how actually the scene is. Here, let me take my pen to explain human detail. So here what actually it's the main exact scenario or victims exploitation or tactics they are been using to exploit the victim's computer. Okay, the threat actor associated with the BlackCat were observed using hijacked web pages for legitimate organizations, and it starts redirecting the user to page hosted malware. Okay, the Win SCP installer, okay, started distributed of a backdoor that basically contains a Cobalt Strike beacon for follow on intrusion activities, and the SS afforded by Cobalt Strike, okay, was used to conduct reconnaissance, then after lateral movement, then after data exfiltration, and started tampering with security softwares. Okay, so the threat actor gained domain admin privileges. Okay, AD privileges. Domain admin privileges you means that you have given everything. So admin privileges is just like giving the whole entire control over the network. Okay, and start setting up backdoor before the attack was discovered. Okay, the group abuse group policy objects, okay, GPOs, to distribute malware and disable security control across the network. Okay, the malware basically uses tools like Xmatter to steal sensitive data before developing ransomware to encrypt the file. Okay, the ransomware encrypts techniques like junk code and started encrypting strings to avoid the detections. Once the executor, the BlackCat performs the network discovery to find more system to infect, deletes volume shadow, copies encrypt files, and also drops a ransom note demanding for cryptocurrencies. Okay, so this is how actually the malware group of ransomware has been placing a very crucial and important role when we discuss about the BlackCat Alpha numerous ransomware, which basically act as a service and model. Okay, ransomware as a service RaaS model. Okay, so I hope this video is very fruitful. I assume that you have watched till the end, get the understanding regarding what actually it is and how actually it has been placing a very crucial role in the latest ransomware attacks. Thank you, folks.